All right, so here's one. It's, what is your service work? Now, what do I mean when I say service work? A lot of people will assume the word service work means paid work because it's services, like paid services. It's not the case. Service work is about what are you doing to be of service to humanity? What is it that you're doing? What is it that you're offering? What is it that, and I'm staring off to the side because I just realized my parents bought a mason bee holder, which is awesome. I never expected them to do that. Just a side note, so I'm going to show it to you since I'm walking around, and we'll talk about service work. I don't know if there's anything in it yet, but so it's right there. Service work is about how are you helping humanity? How are you able to use your gifts to spread love and light without the intention of a return, without your ego getting involved? That's a big one right there. They're saying that is a big one. A lot of people feel they're doing service work, but they're not. Their ego is at the helm, is what they're saying. At the helm. A lot of they're pointing out people who do like a lot of YouTube, a lot of interviews, and all these other things. It's to stroke the ego. That's important for people out there to hear for some reason, because I wasn't even thinking about that. And it makes sense because the content creators are one of the words they're putting in my mind of people who are promoting free content, but it's to stroke their ego and for commercialism. Service work does not mean something is necessarily free and becomes part of your service work. Because if your ego is involved, if you're putting stuff out there for free simply to gain money, simply to get a return on it, to get donations or people to buy merch, they're saying, that is not service work. That is not service to humanity, that is service to self. Service work is about doing something, and you can feel it in a person's content. People tell me they feel it in my content all the time, and the way I interact, because I never expect people to donate or purchase my stuff. The only time I have the expectation is if somebody wants personalized individual time and energy from me that I have to take away from everybody else. That's when I'm like spirit art reading, that type of thing. Then it becomes helping. That money helps me do my service work. My service work is about releasing everything for free. So I'm big on this, and I'm calling out all of you light workers. Anybody watching this, I'm calling you out right now to step up. To step up. This isn't just me, this is my guides. They're like, step up to the plate. Stop selling your courses. Stop selling your knowledge. Stop selling all of that information. Stop it. Release it for free. Knowledge is free. Knowledge is universal. Truth is universal. People deserve to have it for free. Whether they are high income or low income, they all deserve to have it for free. That is your service work. The knowledge you have is your service work to humanity. You are allowed to sell a workshop or a class or a course or a retreat. You are that is perfectly fine. You are allowed to do that, but make sure, ensure that you have all of the information, the knowledge, the skills, the tools released for free somewhere so that people can do it on their own. I've done most of my work on my own. I've worked with my guides, with spirit. I've done 99% of it on my own. The point is everybody can do it on their own. Not everybody wants to. Some people want the experience. Some people want the experience of, for example, being in my energy, which is why I'm doing paid events. They want that experience of being in that energy and being activated, and spirit provides them the money to do that and support the work that I'm doing to continue my service work. I always say, if you are talking to me about protections, you can find them for free on YouTube. If you want to talk to me about greening light, I'll talk to you about greening light, but you can find it for free on YouTube. You can find fairy workshops, dragon workshops. I still have to get a galactic one out. You can find, but they're saying, but Willow, remember, I post a ton of videos that are technically workshops and activations about galactics, about extraterrestrials, about fairies, about spirituality, the techniques, for free on YouTube. I post as much information as I can for free, and then I guide people to that. Some people are still guided to me to do other things because they want the experience of a spirit art reading, a divine counsel transmission. Some just want to donate and help the journey, which is huge. And that's how the community works. That's how service work is supposed to work. The knowledge is supposed to be free, and this whole gatekeeping of light workers, this whole you have to have certifications and you have to work with this person. Remember this, there was a time where that certification you're taking, the person who's giving it to you or the person they learned from or the person who created it, they didn't have a certification. They created it on their own. They learned it on their own. And then they said, well, now you need a certification because I say you do. Or now you need this because I say you do, and you have to pay me money. That's not what this is about. If we want to shift the world to a different economy, if we want to shift to different energy, to different frequency, you have to start giving away your knowledge for free. You're allowed to still have services. You're allowed to still have ways to support yourself. But all of that knowledge should be free. Doesn't mean it's easy for people to find. Like I tell people, I'm like, I have a video, somebody asked me about brownies the other day. Like I have videos on brownies. They're little fake creatures that live in your house and help you. If you know Spiderwick Chronicles, Thimbletak's a brownie, or if you know Secret World of Arietti, those are brownies, different types. And I'm like, I have all these videos out there, but I'm like, I can't tell you where they are. I can tell you to go to my YouTube, to go to the fairy playlist and look through it. But that's still my service work. They didn't have to pay me to find that information out. I had somebody come to me for Gritting Light. They were like, can you talk to me about Gritting Light? I'm like, I can. Or you could take the free workshop. Just go take that and that'll give you a lot of information. And after that, if you need a session, we'll do a session. Service work. A lot of people have this attitude of somebody asks a question, they immediately go, well, you have to pay for a reading. That's ego, that's commercialism, that's gatekeeping. A lot of people have this idea that they'll do certain techniques on you, but if you want to learn it, you have to pay them to learn it. That's gatekeeping. That's the same situation, the same thing that we've been going through with all of this and commercialism and all that. It should all be free. It's all knowledge. It's all truth. It's all universal. You can't have unity. You can't have unity and love and equality. Equality is the word coming to mind. Without giving everything freely to everyone equally. It should all be out there. So ask yourself, what's your service work? What knowledge do you have that you can provide for free without getting involved with the ego and the commercialism and all that? They are saying, like, you can do what I do, which is where you do the videos. There's no intention of people buying stuff, but at the end of the video, you just say, hey, if you like this video, if you like my content, support my work, go to my website, type of thing. And that's how people who can support us and want to do that find us and help us with the journey to support more service work. But what is your service work? It can be anything. Release it for free. Allow people to have access to it and know that spirit will carry you the more you do it. You'll be tested. They're also saying, make sure you don't just, a lot of people do these YouTube videos, for example, they're saying, and they just start putting images up. They start putting things like, buy this, support us here, do this, buy this merch, buy this. Get rid of that. It should be nothing but you. It should be nothing but you, your knowledge, your message. At the end, for those who see the whole thing, at the end, put it in there. Put a link in the bio, in the description. That's it. You don't need to do marketing. Marketing is 3D. Marketing is ego. Marketing is commercial. Marketing is not the way of the future. It's a message out there for those in marketing too. Marketing is not the way of the future. It will be energy, and energy does not market. Let me know if you have questions. I love you all.